Hey guys, it's Jay with the Jay Williams Experience. Guys, I'm so excited today because you have no idea. I feel like I'm in the presence of royalty. The person I'm going to introduce to you today, she is beautiful first, but let me just say she is an actress, she's a professional, and she is the host of the Tomorrow Today show as well as Will of Music. And you've got to get to know this lady, and I'm so excited to have her. Please welcome Queen Tomorrow.
Yes, come on, introduction. I mean, you
Hi.
see me over here cheesing hard. You better stop it, girl.
I'm just calling it like I see it. Hello, how are you?
I am great. I am so happy that you invited me here
I'm
on
so
this
happy you're here.
day.
Thank you for being here.
No problem.
I appreciate it, guys. So let me just give you a little background, just from my perspective regarding this beautiful queen. I had the pleasure of working with her on a stage play this past summer called Shattered Dreams, which was a play about that brought awareness to human sex trafficking.
hmm
And I was an extra, and she was my stylist.
I did a lot.
She did my locks and she kept me together too. Let me just say,
We keep styles, too.
I need to be sitting in your chair on the regular. Let's just be clear. But we had an opportunity to work together then, and I got to know her a little bit then. And just since the stage play, we have connected on social media, and I've learned a few things about you. And one of the things that I've learned about you is that you do a lot. You
Yeah.
are busy.
Yeah.
You are busy.
Yeah.
So I want to talk to you first, and we're going to just jump right on into the conversation. But I want to talk to you about, number one, your experience as an actress. Like, how did you get there?
So that was my first anything. And let me be clear when I say that.
Okay.
I was in acting in high school for a year.
Okay.
And I did a play there for a year.
Mhm.
But after that, no.
Mhm.
So for me, I haven't been acting. That was my first play. I haven't been in movies. I haven't did anything. But people would always tell me, you need to go into acting.
Yeah. That is crazy that was your first because,
Yeah.
honey, let me tell you, if you did not have an opportunity to see Shattered Dreams, let me just plug Niecy real quick.
Mhm.
The executive producer, Niecy Duffield Dobbins, and written by Niecy Duffield Dobbins. You missed it because let me just tell you about this lady. Nobody would have ever known that this was her first time ever. Like, you are a natural for real.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. It was quite an experience,
It was
right?
fun.
It was a lot of fun.
It was fun, and then the connections you make. You know, she said that, after the play, we end up following each other on social media. But the real tea is Jay is so freaking supportive. Like, everything that I've done afterwards, like, you've made it your business to come and show out.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that.
Well, I just feel like we all bonded.
Yeah, we did.
We bonded during that time. I mean, if you were just some regular old somebody, I don't know.
Every week for 2 days, for about a good 2-3 hours.
Right.
It was us for months.
Yeah, we were family for real. Like, I really do feel like we all bonded. And
Yeah.
it was just something really special that happened during that time, during that season. And I'm grateful for it, to be honest, because I made some amazing connections. Hello. I've got the queen sitting right here. So since the play, and I've gotten to know you again through social media. She emceed a fashion show, which was absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
But she also hosts her own show. Can we talk about the Today Tomorrow show?
We can absolutely talk about it. So that's something that just came up too. I've been in the medical field since I was 19 years old. And I think it was about 2019, a friend of mine had another friend who had a radio show, and she was looking for a co-host.
Okay.
And the friend of hers told me, like, I think you would be great for this. You should try out for it. Now, at this time, I'm a straight homebody, okay?
Really?
I'm a straight homebody at this time.
Okay.
I just started discovering live music because before I thought it was just old school blues, lady at the casino, and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay? So I ended up trying out for it because it was like, it'll be fun, no big responsibility. If I don't like it, I don't have to do it. So I ended up doing it, and I ended up really enjoying it. I ended up enjoying the connections that I made. And not only that, that was my first time even being introduced to internet radio.
Okay.
I never knew about internet radio. So I noticed with all the platforms as I'm going around and I'm meeting new people and I'm going to events that all of them mainly focused on hip hop.
Okay.
Nobody, if they did R&B, it was out of the 100, they did about 2 R&B people.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Oh, wow.
Where
Okay.
R&B was not getting any love. And since I had recently discovered live music and the people my age doing it, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, we got some amazing talent out here in the city. And I told the owner, Miss Lovey, shout out Miss Lovey and Love to Jam Radio. I told her, y'all need to do an R&B show. Because nobody is doing it.
Yeah.
But somebody that just focus on R&B.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, that sounds actually like a good idea. You should do it. And I'm like, girl, no.
You said, I'm just here for the idea.
I'm just here for the idea.
Right.
It's on my spirit. That's it. And I left it alone when she said you should do it because I just wasn't thinking it was going to be me.
Yes.
And I think a couple more times I just kept seeing opportunities where this would have been great for R&B. So I would just mention to her again, like, Lovey, girl, you need to get on that R&B tip. And every time it'll be, you do it. So one day I was at home and I was just thinking to myself, like, if I was to do a show, what would that look like? So I wrote out this whole little format for a show. I came up with little games. This is where the Wheel of Music came from.
Okay.
Because I understood that with R&B, if we don't know you, we ain't paying you no real attention. I'm sorry. We just not.
Facts.
Okay?
Facts.
So you got to get them on a cover song that they are familiar with, and you got to sing that well, and then they'll be like, okay, let me see what you got, what you do. Okay? Because you won them over with a song that they already know and love, right?
Yes.
So that's how I came up with the Wheel of Music. So the next time Lovey said to me, you should do it, I said, actually, I'm written something down. She was like, okay, well, let me hear it. So I told her the format of the show and how I would do it. And she was like, you got a show. Pick a name and pick a date, and we getting started.
Wow.
Yeah. I was nervous as I don't know what, girl. So nervous. People are so surprised when I say that I'm shy, which I learned that I'm actually not. I was just intimidated a little bit. Therapy will let you know some things, okay? But I get nervous, you know, sometimes. And it was like, no, everybody gonna be looking at me. I don't really want that kind of attention. So after a while, it just kept staying on my heart, you know, to do it. So I told her, I said, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll do it for 1 month. I don't want those kind of, you know, I don't want to be in a contract. I only want to do it for 1 month because if I don't like it, I'm going to stop.
Okay.
Okay? And I don't want to be putting no 6-month contract and you expect I don't like it after a month.
Right.
Okay? So she was like, okay. So I had been meeting artists in the live music scene. When they came off the stage, baby, I was up to them. You better sing the way you sang. Let me follow you on social media. So I had actually built up a collection of artist friends from going to the live music scene. So I reached out to 6 of them.
Okay.
I was doing 4 shows once a week. Okay. I reached out to 6 just in case 2 told me no, I had some backups.
Yes.
All 6 said yes. So that already took me over my month because I can't tell them, no, I can't take you because I said I was going to do 4 weeks. So I got to take the 6. And then after the first 2 or 3 shows, artists were reaching out to me to be on the show.
Wow.
And one of their favorite things from the show was the Wheel of Music. And it was a short game I did where we spun the wheel, and it was a colorful wheel, okay? I had a little marker, and I put on there an artist name, a letter, and a word, right? In the same way it's played now, they'll spin the wheel. So if it lands on the artist, they had to sing a song by that artist. If it landed on the word, they had to sing me a song that had the word in it. And if it was a letter, they had to sing me a song, and within the lyrics, one of the words had to start with that letter. Okay? And when I tell you, it seems like they mostly came to play that game.
Really?
Yes. They would come in there and I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to do this. They'd be like, oh, I'm so excited to play the Wheel of Music. And I'm like, really? So one day I go into my stories. And I'm like, what would you guys think if I just did a game show with just the Wheel of Music? And all I got was do it. Yes. And it was October. It was October 2022. Because listen, I did the Tomorrow Today show from May 5th, 2020. All the way to October 2022. In October 2022, because I got tired of doing interviews. As you know, it's a lot of work to
It is.
research someone,
Mhm.
ask those type of questions for them,
Mhm.
make sure that there's no dead air.
Right. All of that. Those fillers. Listen. Yes.
It's a lot of behind the scene
Mhm.
work to
Mhm.
get that done, even down to the editing. Because, I like pre recorded as well, honey.
Yes.
So to be able to go back, you got to rewatch that whole video
Yes.
and then go ahead and let the editor know what you want cut, what you want in there, put this here and things like that. It was a lot, and it was starting to not be fun anymore.
Okay. Okay.
It was starting not to be fun anymore.
It became more
Especially when
work.
you, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially when you feel like, you have people come late and it's like, man, I worked hard for this and you're not appreciating it. Hold on now.
Listen.
Okay. And I'm trying to still remain professional and smiley face, but low key, Tamika and me want to be like, look, you playing with me. Okay. Don't play with me.
Don't play with her now. I understand that.
But I ended up, reaching out to about 5 artists, right?
Okay.
Because I said, I'm going to do this show. I
Mhm.
thought it out. I'm going to have 5 artists come up. They're each going to spin the wheel 5 times, and whoever gets all 5 right is the Wheel of Music champ for the week.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So I got 5 of my good singing friends to come on up there, and it was on, and it's so fun still to this day.
Yeah.
Because it creates a family dynamic for us. Why? Because when 4 or 5 artists come on the show each week,
Mhm.
they're not in competition with each other.
Right.
They're in competition with their own memory mate.
Mhm. Mhm.
So they're not put up against each other.
Right.
And they end up rooting for each other. Like, you got it, girl.
Yes.
Ooh, yeah, good song. They end up following each other.
Mhm.
Because with this show, I do it on Instagram Live. So I have people from Chicago. I've had singers from Germany. I had singers in Canada.
International.
Everywhere are coming
Worldwide?
on here. So they're following each other. They're
Yes.
building that network.
Yes.
We have, when they come on live,
Mhm.
their people come on live. And it's such a fun show that they people end up staying.
Yes.
And then the next person comes on
Wow.
live. And then they enjoy it. They end up sharing. Everybody ends up getting more followers from people watching the show.
Yes.
So it's a great way to have a family network.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I love what the show is providing for some artists that may feel like they're not seen.
Mhm.
It gives them an opportunity to do just that. Show the people that they can sing. So now when they follow you because you sang Toni Braxton down, because you sang that down, well, now they're going to be interested in hearing what you have as an independent artist.
I love it.
So I love this show. And it's so much fun. I don't got to do no research. I just shut up.
I love it. Well, I actually had an opportunity to attend a live Will of
the live is
Music.
just a whole different.
Oh, it was such a vibe. First of all, the location was fun.
Yeah.
Okay, had the speakeasy kind of
Yeah.
feel,
With the little secret door to get in. It's cool.
Yes, and it was just fun. I mean, there
Mhm.
was good vibes, great energy, and true talent, real talent.
Yeah.
That's the part. And of course, I've watched online
Mhm.
and it's just a great show. It's a great time. If you haven't watched it, you need to, because you need to tune in, because you're missing it. And you just never know who's watching.
You never know. You never
And the
know where
fact
your
that you're
opportunity
giving
come from.
Right, you're giving a spotlight to someone who is going to eventually, before you know it, one day they're going to wake up and boom.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so
Mhm.
I love that. I love that you're doing that.
Thank you. And the live, it was just something that I felt like, man, I want to do a Nick Cannon wilding out type of thing, but for singers,
Yes,
right?
yes.
We're not doing comedy, but for singers. And, of course, we're going to always keep Will of Music. That's why it's round 1.
Mhm.
But incorporating 2 new musical rounds still with real singers.
Yes,
You know what
yes,
I'm saying?
yes.
So it gives them an opportunity to still have fun in person with the band, with the DJ. It brings a whole nother field. And then I like being able to let the crowd participate
Oh,
in
yes.
the games too,
Yes. Mhm.
So the live I really love, but that's another thing. That's a lot of hard work putting an event together too, girl.
People don't think about the invisible work that goes on behind. I mean, all you see is the event. You see the production, right?
Mhm.
But the invisible work that goes on behind it is a whole different
It is-
situation.
oh my goodness.
And
it
I
is
know it
so
was a lot.
much.
I know it's a lot.
It is so much. I needed 2 more me's that day and just putting it together. It's so much work. So that's one thing that what's cool. Even though it was so much work, it was so many learning opportunities,
Sure.
right?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Now I know what I need for the next one and I know how I can tweak this out. So I am by no means complaining,
Yeah, yeah,
okay?
yeah. No, I understand. Yes.
But yes, I learned a lot from that. And I'm just excited for me to bring the next one. I was hoping to do it monthly, but after that first one, it's like, no, we need to tweak some things.
Yeah.
We need some more time.
But the beautiful thing is that you started. You just got
Yeah.
out there, you made it happen, and it was successful.
Thank you.
And it's only going to get bigger.
I hope so.
It
I hope so,
is.
because this stuff can be stressful, especially when it's your baby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you want everything to go how it went in your head.
Right. Or exceed that, right?
Exactly. You know?
No, I totally get it. I
So,
do. I do. I love that. Yeah, like I said, I experienced it live and I've watched the show on Instagram Live and I love watching you. So her marketing for the shows so cute, so relatable, and she's beautiful. So it's aesthetically easy to see. But honestly, you just got it. Like you
Thank
had a great
you.
idea and you're making it happen. And then you're giving so many people a showcase, an opportunity that may not have ever gotten that opportunity.
Thank you.
I love that.
Thank you.
So how do you stay motivated? Like how do you stay motivated?
For me,
Yes.
honestly, a little therapy
Okay.
helped me because for a while, I didn't see, I was constantly trying to do more and more to give the artist more and more because I didn't really, like when artists would be like afterwards, like, man, thank you so much for this opportunity. And I'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
You know, because I couldn't see that I was, the value that I was bringing to them too. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And it took me a while to understand that, like, to see it, you know what I'm saying? And like, oh, I am. Man, we are like family.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are. Like, I am doing a little something, something. I'm not thinking it's anything because I was raised where, you know, money meant things.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And so since I wasn't paying them, I didn't feel like I was giving them any type of value.
Oh,
you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And I had to learn that sometimes the moment is the value.
Oh my goodness, that money can't buy.
That money can't buy.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it took me a long. My best friend had told me a while ago before they like, man, you got imposter syndrome. It's like what? And it's like I had to kind of
sit back and think about it.
Sit back and first Google it, okay? Find out what it was, and then sit on it like, ooh, okay, it is. I guess it is sounding a little like me. But no, with therapy, like for real, really helped me see the value that I was bringing, the value in myself. So there was times where I just wanted to give it all up.
Yeah.
I just wanted to stop. Like, man, this is a lot. And mind you, I'm still in the medical field.
I was going to say, you're still working a job. You still have to work and provide for yourself.
Exactly. I'm still in the medical field. So for me, it's like, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
You know, and I like my sleep because you have to remember, before all of this, she was a hermit. She was in the house. I'm used to being in the house. And as much as I can now, I try to be in the house.
Yeah.
You know, I don't mind sitting there relaxing, watching some TV and doing things like that. But now with the show and everything that's going on, I hardly even cut the TV on until it's time to go to sleep. And it's my white noise.
Wow. I understand that though. I really do. And then let's touch back on the therapy part because that's something that's very important to me because it's just super important in general, just because you can't do life alone. But when you've got goals and you've got dreams, it's very important to bring that in.
Yeah.
I believe it is. I believe wholeheartedly that therapy is very necessary.
Yes, for everybody, for anything.
Anybody, everybody, literally, like everybody should, if they can seek some therapy. It just changes everything and it helps navigate.
Especially if you're a person who feels like you can't tell anybody anything.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be judged or anything like that. And that's what I felt like when I first had my first therapy session. Like, I don't want to be telling this person all my business, but let me tell you something. It's something about a person that you don't know.
Oh, okay.
They don't know you. They don't know your people. How you just start vomiting everything. You start remembering things you never remembered before to tell them.
Oh, right. You're literally unpacking things from the past and you don't even realize that the things that you're unpacking are actually having the conversation is going to help you heal in the present.
You'll end up answering your own questions through just talking.
Yes, it is so necessary. I agree 110%. Encourage it so much. Yes. So let me ask you, are you aside from doing the Today Tomorrow show and Will of Music, do you plan to do any more acting?
you know,
I know you're busy. I know you got a lot,
not
but
while. So I actually do take. I take the Wheel of Music and the Tomorrow Today show as a real show. To me,
yes,
it's not a podcast.
sure.
So I go for 4 or 5 months doing the show.
Mm-hmm.
And then I take a break, just like
Okay.
a regular show on TV
Yeah.
would take their break.
Finale.
Exactly.
Season
and
over.
See you next season.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes,
It's
yes.
summertime. I'm
Yes.
going to have fun too.
Yes.
So I may do that during that time again, but I just kicked everything back up with the Wheel of Music at the end of August.
Okay.
So I don't see us being done. And I have a season break too. So I'll pause the season and then come back once the season, because everybody's moving for the holiday and they're
True.
doing stuff. So I kind of shut it down, slow it down during the holiday seasons, and then we'll come back in January. So if it's around the same time that the play was, like started in April and stuff like that, oh yeah, I'll do it again.
Yeah. Do you think you would want to do a stage play, or do you think you'd rather go into like film?
I'd rather go into film.
I'm the same way. Now,
Just because the play takes too much of your time.
it does. It does.
And I've never did movies, but from what I hear, it's not every 2 weeks you come in there, you need to already know your lines and you do the time and that's it.
Yeah.
I can appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah. And the whole, if you miss your line and the impact that potentially can have when you're on a stage.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can cut here.
Right.
That makes that show right.
You know what I mean?
And redo it. Retake. Action.
Right. Cut. That. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Have you done movies before?
So I haven't done movies, but I've done a lot of modeling and stuff like that in the past. And I did stage plays when I was a child.
Okay.
I hadn't as an adult. And that was the first time. And it was so funny because I told Niecy, I said, I just want to be an extra. I just want to be in the background.
Why?
Well, because I didn't want something. If you knew my life, you would know that there have been so many things in the past that would cause me to have to pause because I need to be there to do it. And I didn't want to commit to something that I would have to stop.
Right.
And I knew that if you have a role like that, you have to commit to that. And I didn't want to be an issue.
I understand.
It was my own challenge, right? And so I just told her, I said, listen, I will do it, but I just want to be in back. Like, I'll be in the background. Let me just do something. And so next thing I know, she gave me a line and then she put me in several scenes.
Yeah, you was there.
Yeah. And so, I'm grateful. Don't get me wrong. But going for the next opportunity, I definitely will be looking for a bigger role.
You gonna get some lines?
I want some lines, girl. I do. I do have to be really selective, though, about the roles that I would play, only because certain things I don't feel strong. I can be the reporter or the teacher, but don't have me in a group of girls and be like, what's up, girl? What's up? It just doesn't translate. So I guess it's one of those things where the person that you should
be, because it's close to who you are type of thing. Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
So we'll see.
I think you should stretch yourself.
You think so?
Yeah. I think starting off, right, because you said you haven't done the movie. So starting off, do the one that you're comfortable with, right?
Yes.
But once you get comfortable and you've done that a couple times, then it's time to stretch yourself.
Just go ahead and stretch it.
And now it's time to be the person that you're not even. So then when they see who you are in real life, it's like,
girl, that's
so
I didn't know you
crazy.
had that in you. That part. I got you.
Yes.
You're right.
Okay. I'm excited to see Jay stretch.
Yes, Jay's about to stretch, honey. Okay, so let's talk about locks. We're lock sisters. But I love your locks.
Thank you.
The very first time I saw her locks, she had them up in a top ponytail, but then you had them. How did you have them?
I don't even know what to call them, but they're like little bulbs at the end because they twist the hair back around the lock.
Yeah.
So it's like a two-strand twist, and then they just wrap the ends. I love them.
Listen, when she walked in, I was like, okay, I love her hair. But then when she took it down, I was like, okay, goals. Hello, what's taking so long?
Listen, but I had to tell her that my goals were, I had goals too. And it was not to start at the little bitty, tiny.
The starter lock.
I had been wearing fox locks so long that became my look.
Yeah.
So that's when I was like, I should just get them permanently. I'm into this style. I'm okay with this style. I'm gonna get them permanently. But I was not down for starting from scratch.
Yeah.
So I went to get lock extensions.
Okay.
And I had got them. They actually cut your hair to do the lock extensions because they make it start from the beginning. And they started about right here.
Okay.
So I am proud of the 4 years I've done with them, and they made it all the way down
They
here.
are magnificent. They are truly magnificent. And it's funny you have that similar story as me because I was always wearing a protective style. Because, I mean, you know, we have, as women, specifically Black women, we struggle with our hair. And if you go through my social media photos, I literally have a different style, like every picture, almost.
Go back. I gotta go back on your page and see all
honey,
those different
I was
styles.
pixie, I was blonde, I was long, I was short. When I was a kid, my hair was to my waist.
Come on.
But then as I got older, I thought it made me look like a little girl. So I wanted to, and my cousins were looking mature. I wanted to cut my hair. And, you know, Salt and Pepper came out. I'm a little older, but Salt and Pepper was doing the little stacks, and I wanted that. And so I started cutting my hair, and before I knew it, then there was Nia Long on Friday.
Yes, and that cut was giving.
You know,
I think we all went there. Tony Braxton.
I mean? Tony Braxton cut, yes. So after a while, you know, I started relaxing my hair, and I started wearing all these different styles, and it was cool. But then you can't work out because your hair is going to sweat out.
Man, you got to sleep. Let's talk about sleep.
Yeah, right. Let me tell you, I can tell you how many times I had the airplane pillow. That was me. Put it on and lay back. Yeah, or just working out, swimming, going to the beach, little sand blow. You know, it was just too much. And so I started wearing protective styles, braids, twists, locks, and all that. But then it just got to the point where I was like, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore.
The way we pay that $200, $300 for them locks every 2 months and stuff like that.
Right.
It's like at that point, I might as well go ahead and pay to pay.
Yeah. Yeah. And just go ahead and just make it a thing.
Yeah.
This is it. Yes. And that was me. You know, I had watched a loctician online for a couple years. And I finally told my husband, I said, I think I want to do it.
Yeah.
And he said, and he's super supportive. So he was like, okay, if you want to do it. And then when we talked about how much it was, he's like, okay, you sure you want to do it? I said, yes, I do. And although it took 21 hours.
It took
21 hours.
All day.
But I'm very, very, very pleased with the outcome. I don't have to worry about when it rains. It don't matter if it's humid outside.
Wake up and go.
Yes. Pull it back in a ponytail and go. Pull it up in a knot. Or you can even, braid it down and put a unit on if you need to. All the
cute little things that we can do with the style is so awesome.
Yes. But let me tell you, I had some people tell me, that, starting your locks is a journey, and it's a spiritual journey. And I'm not knocking that. Don't get me wrong. Everybody's experience is theirs. It was, if you want to call it a spiritual journey for me, it was just it was peace of mind. It was what I wanted to do, and it just gave me peace of mind. I'm confident with them. I don't look like everybody else. The side part under is not for me. The side part under, you know what I'm talking about. I've worn the asymmetrical bobs and all that, and they're great. It just wasn't for me anymore.
Yeah.
And so I decided to do it, and I'm so glad I did. Yeah. But I love your locks.
Man, because I'm so glad I did too, okay? Thank you so much. But yeah, this is just so easy.
Right?
So easy. Even when I'm in desperate need of a retwist, I still love it.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
I still love it.
Okay, so do you get in between this? Okay, when you're in the process of needing a retwist, I know for me anyway, sometimes the looks are better than when
I love it when I don't have a retwist.
Yes, but then there are times when you want that retwist.
You just need it sometimes. You got to start over a little bit because, hey, it's getting a little crazy.
You got to pull that new growth in.
Yeah, you got to do that. But when it's fresh, I be trying to hurry up and mess it up just a little bit.
Yes.
So it can go back to that natural look and not that extra clean look.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, see.
It's not just you. It's not just you.
Okay. Okay. That makes me feel so good because I was like, I know I can be a little neurotic when it comes to my hair.
Yeah, no, this is just when it feels more natural. This is when I feel like, I got lots.
Yes. Yes. I love it. Well, I appreciate you so much.
This is fun.
For coming and for spending some time with me and just chatting it up. And I want to give our viewers an opportunity to follow you. Where can they reach you?
Absolutely. So you can follow the show. If you love you some good R&B music and some good old singing, okay? Follow me on the Tomaro Today Show. Now, let me tell you about this Tomorrow. It is spelled Tomaro Today Show. One more time. Tomaro Today Show. Tomorrow Today Show. You can follow that on Facebook, on IG, on TikTok, on YouTube. YouTube has the full shows too. If you want to watch a full episode and not just want to watch clips of Willa Music, go to YouTube. I have the tomarotoday.com. If you want to check out the website and want to keep in contact from when I'm doing the next live show, make sure you follow tomarotoday.com. And that's it.
Yes, make sure you go follow her. And don't forget to subscribe to the Jay Williams Experience podcast on YouTube. Until next time, thank you so much for watching.